Welcome back to The Merge, the wrestling guide for Jiu Jitsu, powered by Fuji Sports. Austin DeSanto has such a dangerous barrel roll. This is a great technique to add into your Jiu Jitsu arsenal because you can take your opponent down, transition right to side control, or even take their back when they defend. I've seen Austin hit this barrel roll from outside control as well as inside control. I like inside control because inside control is a lot more powerful. I can suck this arm down in a lot easier, especially if I roll my elbow over and be able to capture this entire arm, okay? Now, when I hit this single leg, I'm not sweeping, like a big sweeping motion around this way. For the barrel roll specifically, you see Austin in the knee is just touching by the foot and he's going to both knees. So going through this barrel roll now, take the shot, we're here, right? First thing, I am pulling down on this tricep and this arm very hard, all right? My head is kind of tucked up and wedged in underneath his armpit from here, and I essentially am kind of holding on to him. He's like a backpack now to me, all right? So wherever I go, he goes. Now my first goal is I have to try and get my opponent's shoulder down to the mat, okay? And you can see that happen in this clip with Austin. If I get my opponent's shoulder down to the mat, I'm already more than halfway to finishing this, okay? That's really the hardest part, is breaking that posture. So I can dump my own shoulder down. As you see, Austin dumps his own right shoulder down to the mat, and he gets his opponent's shoulder crashed down to the mat, okay? Next step's gonna be getting my opponent's left hip to the mat. How Austin does that? He's lifting this near leg up. As he lifts it up, crashes the opponent's hip to the mat, and now look, from here, your opponent might just give up the takedown and wanna play guard. Some guys will start turning into you because they don't wanna give up the takedown. You gotta hold on to this tricep hard and not let go of it, right? If you let go of it, he could belly down, try and scramble. As I hold on to this tricep, I'm hugging around the waist, pulling up, sliding my bottom leg in, switching to a nice tight side control. So I have my inside control, taking my single leg, dropping to both knees. Once we're here, I'm gonna generate that power and push my opponent towards his shoulder. So look, I'm ducking my own and dumping my own right shoulder. All right, next step, as Austin's doing, lifting up on this leg. When I lift up on the leg, it pushes and drops my opponent's hip to the mat. From here, pulling up on this tricep, swinging this bottom leg in, switching to side control. Now, when I go through this, if I'm having trouble dumping my opponent down, don't give up right away, right? Sometimes it's gonna require you to drop their shoulder to the mat as well as their hip. It's not sometimes always just a 1-2. So I take the shot, we're here. Let's say, look, I'm trying to dump the shoulder to the mat. I'm really struggling. Dump the shoulder and lift the leg. Here, 2 and 1. Switch the hips, side control. So we're going to hit the barrel roll on someone that's very lanky and tall. Sometimes we'll run into the issue of them still being able to post their arm, and even that leg might get in the way. And Austin handles this really well. So he takes that same shot. We're here, look, we're trying to dump our opponent over, and as we're transferring that weight, that far arm posts over the top, and their legs on the mat, all right? All we do from here, they're pushing a ton of weight into us. There's no way I'm getting them over this side. Austin just backs out from here. Look, just ducks back, take our opponent's back, get our 4 points. Thanks for tuning in this week, guys. Follow us on social media. Check out themergeonline.com for more episodes, and I'll see you next Friday.